All right, everybody, welcome back to Stream of Unconsciousness.
Episode 2.
Yeah, we're here. Thank you for the 15 views we had at the beginning of this episode.
Prior to the as of 7:15 p.m. on Wednesday.
Yeah. Also, look at
much.
these cute little drinks that Jeremy made.
Hey, first cheers of the
Here's to you, here's to me.
Hey, here's to us.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
We were going to have Matt on this episode, but unfortunately, he's serving our country and has a Zoom call. Mm-hmm. So that's OPSEC, though, so I might have just let all the terrorists know what we're doing.
Yeah, they are watching this podcast. They watch.
That's like 4 of the 15 views.
So that's 11. The other 4 were me.
Oh, okay.
Matt and Jack both are in the Army Reserves.
We talked about this last time.
Yeah, Matt was supposed to be on, but and if you watched last week's episode, I put on text that he was actually going to be on. I believe on the 19th, the episode that airs on the 19th.
Yeah, because we're recording it next week.
Yeah.
I don't know. I lose track of time. Yeah. Anyway, we have a topic this week, don't we?
Yeah, we have a topic. And I think we're good to just jump right in. I don't think there's any due diligence. Do we want to give a quick rundown of what the podcast is for any first-time listeners?
No!
Watch the first episode.
Just along for the ride.
Watch the first episode. I love it.
All right.
Cool. So,
hit me with the topic.
Those of you who watched last week, you got to see the topic at the end of last week's episode. Jack obviously didn't, but I know what it is. We pulled it from the idea incubator, and we'll do the same at the end of today's episode. The topic for this week is we're a little late to this phenomenon, and I know we are a little late, but we put it in the idea incubator when it was hot. The she's a 10 but, or they're a 10 but, or he's a 10 but thing.
Okay.
That trend. And I have a bunch of ideas of she's a 10, and I got a bunch of he's a 10 from Caitlin, and I have a bunch that work for both. Or all.
Oh, so we're going to argue these.
So we're going to argue. I have a bunch of ideas. Yeah, we're going to rate humans.
Ooh, this is going to be
subjectively.
fun.
And if you can come up with any ideas on the fly, I'll want to hear those too. But I do have a ton here.
All right. So, let's get ripping through them so that we don't waste too much time at the beginning of the episode.
I love it. All right. So this is just like a random order of all the ones I compiled. She's a 9, but she puts her milk in before her cereal.
Still a 9. Doesn't bother me.
Still a 9?
Yeah.
8.
Weird, but not that weird.
I guess it's not that weird to like change my general judgment of a human.
I mean, you pee with just your dick out. So.
I was supposed to talk about that. Right, yes. Last week, his alibi fire was, do you, the people who are watching that have penises, do you...
Nice catch.
Thanks. Trying to protect myself. Do you... pull out just the penis or the penis and the balls out of your underwear to pee.
I'm a penis and balls guy.
And I wasn't, but like I said, I practiced this week. I took it home. You did your homework? I did my homework. And yeah. I mean, it's going to take me a while to get into the muscle memory of doing it every time because I am still a lazy bitch at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But... you're right. It does reduce dribblage.
That's not a word, but that's the same way I was with becoming a converted sit-down wiper.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be a whole
because I used to be a standing wiper until my roommates from college made fun of me. Hey yo, I texted them about the episode, so hopefully they start watching this shit. But they used to make fun of me in college. I remember it was like one time, and we talked about this last time. I don't need to get back into it. Watch the last episode. She's a 9, but she puts her milk in her
I think she stays
bowl.
A 9. I think you're right.
Yeah, she stays a 9.
She's a 10, but she uses mayonnaise as a dipping sauce for fries and other chicken nuggets.
I feel targeted because you guys know I hate mayo.
You are. You're targeted. And my wife does this.
Oh.
She loves mayonnaise.
I can't believe she's a good cook and she does this.
I know.
Okay, so I'm not a mayo person. I like aiolis, right? When there's something added, some pizzazz added to the mayo, that can be a dipping sauce. If I have a sandwich, a little bit of mayo. But every time I ask for a little bit of mayo, they go like double across. Just give me one stripe down the middle. That's all I need.
Nice.
But she's a 10, but she uses mayo as a dipping sauce. She's a 9.
She's a 9?
She's a 9.
I think she stays a 10.
I use barbecue as a dipping sauce.
Yeah. I actually like mayo.
And I'm not even a 10.
I'll dip a sweet potato fry in mayo. If someone else
Now that does sound interesting because it's like tart with... That does sound good. All right, next one. We got to rapid fire these things.
He's a 10, but all of his clothes are too tight.
Well, that's me. Of course I know him. He is me. I mean, he's dress for the body you got. He's
fair enough.
You know, if he looks good. If he's a 10, you obviously rated him a 10 while he's wearing tight clothing. He's still a 10.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it bumps him down to a 9, but I like your logic.
Oh, so I'm a 9 now.
You're a 9. Congrats. You got bumped up 4 points.
Oh, damn.
She's a 10, but she says I'm fine instead of just telling you what's wrong.
So I'm dating her. I'm sorry, Hannah. I'm joking. Please don't hurt me.
Shots fired.
But that's normal. That's every girl. That's every girl. That's every guy. I do that. I'm a guy and I do that.
Yeah, they stay at 10.
Yeah, they stay at 10.
He's a 10, but he refuses to wear long pants when it's cold.
Jacob fucking Morris is the first person I thought of when you said that.
Yeah, I did it a lot in high school too.
11. He's 11. A fucking real man because he never gets cold.
He's not like me.
He's not like me.
He doesn't have to protect his delicate
legs. He's not a coward
legs.
like me.
That's awesome. She's a 10, but she has an OnlyFans.
Still a 10. I mean,
honestly, maybe even higher.
Do what you got. I mean, your body, you're making money with it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'm like a jealous person, so like dating someone and like having to, I don't know. Maybe if I was on it, then I'd be like okay with it. But I still think I that's stupid shit that I get jealous about. Like, so that would be weird in a relationship. But if it's just like talking about somebody objectively and they have an OnlyFans, it's like, oh yeah, good for you, do it.
Yeah.
We have a podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
And we're a 3 and a 7.
This is the exact same as a OnlyFans. And it will become an OnlyFans soon.
Ooh, make people pay for it? That'd be hilarious.
Then we get 0 of 0.
Yeah, 0 views.
Yeah, I feel strongly about that.
My parents would probably still watch.
She stays at least a 10.
She stays at least a 10?
At least a 10. I think the confidence is huge. And also, you know...
Is that how you guys afford?
Caitlin and I share a bank account, so if she got an OnlyFans...
If she got money, I got money.
I'd be all over it. Oh, that's good.
I thought you said I'd pee all over it, and I was like, yep, sounds about right.
As long as someone's paying for it, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
She's an 8, but she can beat you in sports.
So... Every girl.
Every woman you've ever met.
Every woman I've ever met. Still an 8. Honestly, probably a 9.
I'd say it bumps up to at least a 9.
Probably a 9. Yeah.
I've been teaching Caitlin how to play tennis, and she beats me regularly.
Okay, well, tennis. We said sports.
Ouch.
Joking.
Fair enough. This one's directly at you. She's a 6, but she likes Adventure Time more than the regular show.
3.
Nice.
She's already ugly. Now she's ugly on the inside.
Now she's ugly everywhere. Rip. He's a 10, but he watches the game on the restaurant TVs while you're on a date.
I don't even like sports, and I do that because I have the attention span of a squirrel. Yeah. So
I do the same thing, and I know it's an undesirable trait.
It's probably annoying. Like if I was on a date and a girl was doing that, I'd probably like be annoyed about it. But like, you know, it's not like I can control my eyeballs all the time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. I like it.
Still, 10. Drop him to a 9.
I think drop him to a 9.
Humble him a little bit.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Put him in his place. Make sure he knows. She's a 7, but she's an amazing dancer.
Hot.
Super.
Very hot. 9.
9. I agree.
9. Yeah. Because you think about it, and this is like a hot take, but I'm full of those. So people do the 1 to 10 scale rating people by looks completely wrong. Because everybody who's average looking, people say, oh, they're a 7. No, they're not. They're average. You think they're average looking. You're being nice, and you think that 7 is a safe number where you won't hurt their feelings, but you can convey that they're average looking. Just say they're a 5.
Yeah, because that would be statistically the center
statistically
of the
that's the average. At least you're not a 3.
Yeah, at least you're not a 3.
How do you think that feels?
Like me. I love that. Oh man. Okay, she's a 10, but she's a horrible driver. Watch it.
There's so many sexist jokes to be made here, and just like have fun with it. But I can't stand people who are terrible drivers. Everybody gets distracted and fucks up every once in a while they're driving. I do it, but 10 awful driver. Just because I have this image of like a stereotype of girl in my head, I'm gonna make her an 8. 7 or 8. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
That being said, there's a difference between a girl who's a bad driver and a girl who drives like she's in the Indy 500.
Yeah, there's a difference between bad and fast.
Yeah.
Bad is like, oops, I hit another curb.
Yeah.
Fast.
That is like you ran over somebody's grandma a mile back and you're still taking us to Sonic at 3 a.m.
Yeah, horrible driver definitely drops down. I think 1 full notch for me.
Oh, you hear Moose barking?
Oh yeah.
I hope that got caught on audio.
Yeah, last week's episode there was he scratched on the door and you could hear it a little bit.
I love it.
Keep an eye out.
Moose is Jeremy's dog. He's a big happy yellow lab. He was in here laying on my lap earlier and then he walked out because his mama walked out. So.
Keep an ear out for all the little Moose additions.
He'll be in an episode at some point.
Yeah, we'll get him in here. Okay, so the follow-up is he's a 10, but he thinks he's the better driver.
Now, probably misogynistic asshole.
Big time.
Yeah. Because it's like, no, admit you fuck up every once in a while. I'm not the best driver in the world. Yeah. I like driving. I'm not the best driver in the world. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to drop him to like a 6. Yeah. Which I think is pretty harsh, but like, honestly, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I was probably going to say, 7, but I think 6 is actually maybe even a better
anybody
play.
Who thinks they're the best at anything is just true. Like really annoying.
Yeah, that's such a shitty like personality effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with it. She's a 7, but she's a gamer.
9.
Nice. Yeah, 9 for sure.
Nice.
Exactly.
What kind of games?
Whatever.
Are we talking like? Like weird TikTok headset gamer?
No,
or
I was thinking like she plays Xbox.
Yeah, she
plays.
She rips it with the boys.
She hops on Call of Duty.
Yeah, 9, dude, for sure.
Yeah, but no, not like the Kit Kat ear headphones necessarily.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, that can work.
I'm kidding.
That can work. But that's not who I was referencing. She's a 9, but
I just asked because I make fun of Hannah because she plays her Switch all the fucking time.
Oh, Switch is cool too. That counts.
Yeah, it does count. I'll admit it counts. I kind of make fun of her a little bit in my head when I see her playing it because I'm like, you look like a nerd.
That's awesome.
Anyway,
that's super cool. She's a 9, but she covers her nose when she jumps in the pool.
Not that weird. Everybody's got weird habits, I think, and that's not that weird of a habit.
Yeah,
I do this weird thing when I'm in the pool or in any water in general, where I come up and I feel like I immediately have to wipe my eyes, which I think is just because I wear contacts. It's like I can't just raw dog open my eyes after I come out of water because it's like I'm worried my contact's gonna fall out.
So can you not? I guess with contacts you can't open your eyes underwater either.
I mean, I can,
just don't.
But my contacts are gonna float away.
Fair enough. I wouldn't know what that's like. I have great vision.
Jeremy's had beyond perfect vision since we were fucking 6 years old.
Yeah.
And I've been blind as a bat.
Caitlin is scheduling me an eye doctor appointment so I can get humbled because like my vision is slipping.
It's slipping.
But for a long time,
I want to get LASIK for real.
Yeah, you should, man. That'd be awesome.
Can't afford it. It's expensive.
I can tell you that waking up in the morning and just being able to see is...
Yeah, I wonder what that's like. My college roommates, I hope they're fucking watching this because they're... One of them, Jackson and Robbie both. I mean, some of you might know them because it's probably just our friends listening to this. But Jackson and Robbie both like my roommates from college would like have this joke where they'd be like, damn, what's it like to just not see? They're like, wake up and just see. It's not that hard. And they would give me shit all the time because they both have good vision. And it would piss me off to no end.
That's awesome. He's a 10, but she can't wear heels.
She has no effect on him here.
No, like he doesn't let her wear heels because of his...
Oh, because she's taller than him?
Or, yeah, because she would be taller than him, or...
No, stupid. She's
right?
still a 10. She's still a 10.
No.
Even better.
He's a 10, but he doesn't let her wear heels.
Oh, no. He's like
a 1.
Yeah, he's like a 1. He's
like
insecure about his height that bad.
Yeah, right? The worst. That was
I'm 5'9". I'm not a tall guy, and people who like watch this and know me are going to be like, you're not fucking 5'9". I'm 5'9". I'm 69 inches tall. So quit lying about your height. But I'm not a tall guy, and it's like I've never had a problem with girls being taller than me.
Yeah.
Like,
I
would I don't know, like if you like are attracted to somebody and into somebody, I don't think it matters if they're taller.
Totally
than you.
not. When Kate and I started dating, she was taller than I am, taller than I was.
Yeah.
And when she wears tall heels, she's taller than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no biggie.
Yeah. And he sucks if he doesn't let her wear heels.
Yeah. He sounds like a scumbag.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
She's an 8, but she won't order her own fries and just eats all of your fries.
So everyone in the history of man.
Yeah, I'm going to be aggressive about this.
I do that.
Straight up, like, at best a 7. That knocks you down at least 1 full point.
You're that upset about it?
I'll pay for your... This is like, I'm quoting friends here.
I am this person. Like, I am the person who will, like, not order fries, and then I'll reach over your plate and I'll take a fry.
Yeah.
I did it to my roommate Sarah on Monday.
Uh-huh.
Like, I work from home Mondays and Fridays, so I like one of those days a week I usually order food of some kind because I'm a lazy fat piece of shit.
My thoughts exactly.
I don't feel like going out, so I ordered Chick-fil-A on Monday.
You said it, pal.
I ordered Chick-fil-A on Monday, and I got mac and cheese as a side because I'm a fat piece of shit. And Sarah got fries, and as I pulled her box out of the bag, I took a fry out of it and ate it.
I saw those photos on Be Real. That looked fun.
Yeah.
But no, I'm like big on, and I'm like almost directly quoting Joey from Friends here. Like, I'll pay for your fries. I don't give a shit. Don't take my fucking food, man.
You're very defensive about your food.
I also
Jeremy's got like 14 siblings though, so that's why.
Yeah.
He had to fight for every meal.
Yeah,
we had spaghetti 3 times a week while they were growing up.
Our parents they built a contraption over our table where they would just pull a lever and a whole boiled ham would drop on a string above the table, and then like
you just start eating it.
Bars would come over the windows, and we'd all come like scrambling out of our rooms and just pounce on it, and then it'd just be a torn string hanging over the table. So that's a lie. She's a 7, but she's super into bird watching.
She's got a hobby. She's still a 7.
I think that bumps you up. I think that puts you at an 8.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's an 8. Cool. I mean, she's into something cool.
And something like super cool. Intelligent. Yeah. I don't know. That feels very cool.
I don't know.
I think that's very cool. It also reminds me of my 4th grade teacher. They're an 8.
Which one was that?
Miss Kyle.
I remember Miss Kyle.
Yeah. She was cool.
I threw up in Miss Kyle's classroom one time.
Oh yeah, we were in that class together.
Yeah.
Wow.
Threw up toaster strudel in Miss Kyle's classroom.
Dude, that's so funny. Why do kids in elementary school just like puke on the floor? Like, where does that come from? Like,
and I was not the vomit kid either. I just I had the flu or something like that. I guess my parents didn't believe me and sent me to school still, and I just yacked on the floor in the classroom.
But like that happens so often. Like, and literally after 5th grade, it just stopped.
Yeah.
And Miss Teacher, I froed up.
Miss Teacher. Miss Teacher.
They're an 8, so this applies to anybody.
Okay.
They're an 8, but they've got a Napoleon complex. And like a serious one where they're like a dick because they're short.
I've been told that I have a Napoleon complex.
I don't know about all that.
I think people think that I do because they don't realize like my personality of giving people shit is just how I am.
That's fair enough.
And that I don't mean any of it, but they're an 8 and they have a Napoleon complex, so they're short and they're mean.
Yeah.
All right, Lord Farquaad, you're a 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say 5, but I think 6.
At least they have a reason to be mean, you know.
Fair enough. And if you're into that, if you're into like masochism and you're into people being mean to you, then that's great.
Is that what that is? Masochism?
I don't know. They'll know. We
I don't
won't.
know. You're a mensch.
I'll put the definition of masochism on the screen.
I'm still laughing at the fact that you thought I said a Jewish slur on,
I really
on
was
air.
I was like petrified.
Yeah.
I was mortified that
No,
we were already
it's an actual thing. I knew what I was talking
We were
about.
demonetized before we were even monetized.
I would love to be monetized by True.
Drink True.
Drink True. These things are awesome.
Yeah.
Jeremy works for the company.
Yeah,
So, you know.
link will be in the description down below.
That's hilarious.
She's a 10, but she's got real long nails.
How long are we talking?
Like, inhibits your ability to, like, function with your hands long.
Seven.
5 at best.
Oh.
Twist. Freaks me out. Not my fave.
Really?
5 at best.
Are they natural or are they fake nails?
I don't think they... Oh, God. I hope they're fake. I hope they're fake. Jesus. Oh, if they're natural...
If they're natural, that's impressive.
A 1.
That's impressive if they're natural.
If they're natural, it's a 1.
That's got to be a Guinness Book of World Records.
I think the world record people, they're like curls.
Oh.
Yeah.
How do you not break one on an accident?
Great question. I've got 2 left. She's a 5, but she's an incredible listener.
7, probably.
Mm-hmm. I think you could even.
I mean, it makes me feel good. I love to feel like listened to and seen and everything, but like I don't think that's gonna do wonders for her looks, you know.
I suppose it doesn't change the way that they look, but none of the stuff changes the way that they look.
But that being said, if she's a 5, she's average looking, you know.
Yeah.
Like she's an average. She's what plain Jane. That's what it is. That's the word I'm looking for.
I feel like also being an awesome listener is like indicative of other really nice personality traits.
Oh yeah.
So
she's. I guarantee any girl who like is a 5 and a good listener is just a sweetheart. Girl. Yeah, for sure.
All right, and then the last one, they're a 5, but they think that they're a 7.
Of course I know him. He is me. So you're an average looking person who thinks you're great looking. Honestly, confidence takes you there. I'll give you a 7. Yeah, you're a 7 because you think you look good.
Oh, interesting. That's good. I
was
gonna see it the other
confident
way
people.
around.
You know,
But I literally at the OnlyFans one made an argument about confidence. So maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong about this one.
I think it depends on how they carry themselves with thinking that they're a 7.
That's true. Is it just confidence, or does it become like,
or are they
I'm
annoying?
better than you? Yeah. That's where my head went. Was they're overconfident, which I guess
if they're overconfident, sorry, bud, you're a 4.
Yeah, right. That was my thought.
I'll knock you down a point. But
cool.
I think what these excuse me. I think what these you gonna leave that in.
Oh yeah.
I think what these like she's a 5 but blank statements really show us is that like people's quirks don't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
Like people's quirks are kind of fun most of the time.
Most of the time.
But the bad ones, the ones that are like shit that are undesirable traits, yeah, they definitely knock you down.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's fair. And I think, like, honestly, this as a concept is something, like, talking about this trend as its own concept is, like, could be, like, a whole nother episode. But
we live in a society.
We live in a society.
I love just saying that.
You don't know this because you haven't seen the last episode yet because I didn't let you watch it. But there is a running movie quote reference tracker.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm thinking I'm gonna do it like for each like episode.
I've referenced A New Hope twice this
today.
episode.
Yes. I don't think you actually did that many last time, but it was enough that I like counted.
I do them a lot, but it's like most of the time people don't even recognize that I'm doing them.
Right, and that was one of my things.
I don't know. I get if I had to like pick the movies that I probably quote the most though, it'd probably be. I mean, I quote the Star Wars movies a lot, and I'll just lump those in as one. I quote Caddyshack every time we're on the golf course, an absurd amount of times.
What else are you gonna do?
Like, but it's an uncomfortable amount of times.
Yeah, it is a lot. It's good though.
I think really the movies that I quote the most depend on how recently I've seen them.
Because
when Top Gun Maverick came out, I was quoting Top Gun all the time.
I still haven't seen Top Gun Maverick.
I'm dangerous, Maverick.
Ding.
Yeah, ding. There it goes. Add one to the tracker.
Yeah, you quoted Goodfellas last week.
Did I really?
Yeah, which was cool.
I can't remember. I quoted The Godfather yesterday in the elevator leaving work because somebody I work with told me, she was like, I haven't seen The Godfather before, and everybody else in the elevator was like, what the fuck? Like, you haven't seen The Godfather?
You monster.
And as we're walking off the elevator, I looked like a psychopath because I'm like, it's widely regarded as the best movie of all time. I'm like, I'm that guy.
You're
like,
going full cinema,
as we're walking off the elevator, and this poor girl, so she's like nice as can be. I think it was Bronwyn. It had to be Bronwyn. She's like super nice. I work with her and like don't know her that well, but I'm sitting there like, I look like this guy from the History Channel.
You're the guy. You seen the photo of the guy and the girl at the baseball game. And
he's yelling at her, and he's got the glass of beer. Oh, they're so funny. You. I feel like that meme a lot. Like
to anyone.
I also have felt like the girl in that meme before.
That's fair. That's fair enough. So you went full cinema bro about The Godfather.
Cinema bro? I kind of like that term. I've never heard that.
That's coined just now.
Really?
Well, I don't know. I'm sure someone else has coined it.
I'll own that one.
Yeah.
I quoted Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid today. Because
I didn't know that.
I have like the guy I sit next to at work, Thomas. Maybe Thomas will start listening to this and he'll see this. But Thomas and I have like this bromance, right, at work. He's my work wife, and and my boss this morning, she asked us, she was like, "What's the name for y'all's duo?" And in front of the whole office, I'm just like, just handsome. And everyone like died laughing, but then we sit down and she's like, you guys have to actually give me a name for the duo, and I was like, Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
that's cool.
And then I started quoting it because like she had never seen it, and
I haven't seen it either.
It's a good one, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta watch it. It's a Western. It's got a love story to it. Badass ending. Paul Newman and Robert Redford, which Robert Redford's an awesome actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good movie. That's a movie rec for everybody that's watching, actually.
Cool. Yeah, I'll link the Wikipedia page in the description or something.
It's on HBO Max.
Oh, cool.
Which I know you have. So yeah, you guys should watch it. It's a really good one.
That's awesome.
I like westerns, dude.
Westerns are so good. I even like anything that sort of takes from or adheres to the Western format, like this. Like Star Wars,
The
Mandalorian, yeah. Anything like that, anything that's remotely Western-esque or like Western rooted.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's just like it's a really good, fun cinema trope.
When I was getting my sleeve done, one of my things that I was thinking about doing with it was like ask all of my family members like, hey, what do you think would be a cool piece to add to this, and then like have them do an inspired thing. Mm-hmm. And Evan wanted me to do, my older brother's Evan, I talked about it last episode, but Evan wanted me to do something like Mandalorian, like nice. Star Wars Western style, like kind of combine something like this with like the Mandalorian.
Yeah, but I don't think it would have been too far-fetched if that's something that you're...
Oh, no, definitely not. But like, you know, I just wanted to...
Keep the theme.
No, I just wanted to keep like traditional style. Like that's just what I like. But
that's awesome.
But yeah, dude. Like I love anything Western.
Yeah, it's hard not to. I mean,
also,
it's so formative.
Also, like, you ever think about how? Oh, dude, I'm burping a lot. I'm sorry, guys. I ate right before this.
Hey, house wall.
I'm never gonna do that again. But I think it's weird how like movies, like Hollywood goes through eras, right? Where like movies that are similar to each other will all come out at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Like it's a weird phenomenon.
Super weird. I saw a thing today that said in this realm that said Netflix was like was the original idea for like where the new Lord of the Rings series would be. Instead of Prime, it was originally going to be on Netflix.
Really?
But they pitched it to the Tolkien estate as like a Marvel style, a movie about Gandalf and a movie about Aragorn, and like, you know how like each Marvel person has their own.
I would rather kill myself than watch any of those.
The Tolkien estate, like his kids were like, what the hell, like no, and they literally ran away from that and found somebody else.
Do you like the show?
Amazon. I actually haven't watched it yet.
All right, I'll shut up then.
Which I'm a big like Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I'm
Tolkien
a big Lord
fan,
of the Rings team.
But I have not gotten around to watching it because Caitlin and I have been so invested in rewatching Marvel.
You know a fucking hilarious thing that my roommate from college, Liam, does? Liam, I really hope you're fucking listening, dude. Because I see you a lot, and I'm going to bitch about it if you aren't listening. He does this thing where when we live together in the room, he would rip a fart, right? And he would it'd be like, and then he'd like sit up like this and go, "The Horn of Gondor." And it would crack me up every time. And I got to the point where I was doing it.
I remember you did it once when we worked at Balltop together. Oh man!
And then I got to the point where I was doing it, and then it was like nobody would understand where it was from if they weren't a fan. So
yeah, I remember the first time you did that. We were working at Balltop.
Dude, farts are funny. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
Farts are really funny. Farts are always funny. I saw a video today of a guy who like set up his phone at one end of a garden hose and then ran to the other end
and farted in
it. And it was so funny. It was so funny. Because it was like, and he knew it was funny too. Because the whole way back to his phone,
he's laughing.
It was so good. And it was like serious too.
Dude. You know what it is? Women hate how little it takes for men to have fun.
Anyone can hate. But man, yeah, it really does take so little. I love that.
That's so funny.
Oh, that's hilarious. What was the one thing that you sent me that was like, women hate how little it takes for us to have fun?
I can't remember. It was like, it's just guys doing stupid shit all the time.
Well, I mean, look at this.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit about this thing.
No.
Nobody's listening to it.
No. But
it's literally our friends listening to it, which is hilarious to think about. Yeah. Like, it's like we conned our friends into taking an hour of their week every week to listen to us talk.
In addition to the time that they're forced to spend with us, they were also like, hey, in your own personal, private time, we're going to interject. Yeah,
we're going to interject ourselves and make you think that we're funny.
I love that. That's so funny.
I'm kind of bummed that Matt's not on here this episode. I was excited to fuck with him.
I also feel like he would have had some good Cheese a 10 contributions.
Honestly, no. Honestly, no. I think he's on the same page as us. Like, I think we're all very similar when it comes to like our outlook on people.
Yeah, none of us are like, well, this is my perspective. None of us are like objectively assholes or like crappy people to be around. I don't think, obviously.
People think I am, probably.
I was doing like a little bit of like research, looking at other things people have done in reference to this like theme, and I stumbled upon this YouTube channel of these like dudes who like, I don't know how to really describe this,
but like douchey.
They were super douchey, and it's like very clear that they like prey on hormonal teenage girls to like get views, because they sit around and they dress in like bad boy clothing, and they talk about, oh, she's a 10 but she's got daddy issues, still a 10 because like I'll be her daddy. And it's like, you make me want to stab myself 1,000 times.
Oh, that's
and
funny.
So, like, that kind of person would offer a different perspective to this conversation than we would have.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, you're right. Someone like Matt, who I feel like generally is.
No, Matt's a homie. He'd probably agree with us.
Yeah, I mean, he's in a very similar, like, he's in the same town, like the same age. So, yeah, that's fair enough. But hopefully next week we'll have a really good topic for him to add to.
I hope so, man. We got to stop talking about Matt though, and stop sucking his dick on air because I know he's gonna watch this.
Yeah,
but
we're not. We
plus
hate
everyone's probably getting real fucking bored of it.
Matt, you suck.
Yeah, fuck that guy. All my homies hate Matt. But fuck, I was gonna say something about golfing because it just popped into my head.
Mm-hmm. Good luck.
Oh, Tito's golf bag.
Oh, yes.
That I got from Matt. I want to go. This is actually like plans that Hannah and I made for Sunday is to go to the driving range because she just got a new set of clubs, and I got that new bag, so I'm itching to get out on the driving range and just crank some fucking balls.
That's awesome. I need to spend more time on the driving range, but really what I need is to take a lesson and then go to the golf course because that's where I fall apart on the driving range. I'll be like, great, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't know about lessons.
You don't think that can help me?
I'm just greatest there is. I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
Piss excellence. Ding.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, I think. All right, here's my hot take on like golfing and shit like this in general. I relate golfing to shooting. I mean, I've always had guns and shot my whole life, right? So seeing people out so that's like a hobby of mine. I'm not a Republican, just gonna throw that out there. That's like a hobby of mine. Is I think guns are cool, shooting is cool. So I watch videos and shit on it, right? Because everyone watches stupid shit on YouTube like this, and people will talk about reasons that they don't like shooting a certain gun or something like that because of things that bother them about it, and I'm like, you can't shoot worth a shit anyway. That's how I think about golf too. Mm-hmm. It's there's people who think they need new clubs all the time because they're like, oh, that would make my game so much better, dude. And I'm like, you can't fucking drive the same every drive with the driver you have now.
Yeah.
You're not good enough for it to fucking matter.
That's true. The tool doesn't make enough of a difference.
Look at me out on the golf course with my shitty clubs that I got from an old Asian guy off of Facebook Marketplace. I'm out there and I'm playing with you guys, and sometimes I play better than some of you guys, but it's it's all luck, you know. Yeah. I'm not fucking good.
Yeah, I mean it's not all luck, but for us
most of it's luck for me.
For us it is for sure. Yeah, my clubs are hand-me-downs of hand-me-downs. Caitlin's brother, Gene.
Yeah. Hey, Gene. I hope you listen to this.
I hope you listen to this. That'd be awesome.
That'd be really cool.
Gene, I think, got the clubs that I have at Goodwill, which means presumably someone handed them down to someone who then gave them to Goodwill, and then Gene bought them at Goodwill, and then he gave them to me. So that's 5 tiers.
Yeah, but that's dude, also... Alright, I'm going to touch on this, and then I have something else to say. Goodwill... Getting shit from Goodwill for a hobby like golf is the way to go, because it's why the fuck would you spend a bunch of money on something that you don't even know if you're gonna do for real?
That's true. Yeah,
and you don't even know if you're gonna be fucking good at it.
I'm not good enough to justify. Hold on, I'm just checking to make sure this is still recording.
Some people buy.
Just called me, so I wanted to make sure it was still going.
Some people buy clubs and never even play, so it's why? Well,
I suck so bad.
But
why would I spend thousands of dollars on a set of really nice personalized clubs when if I ever do get lessons, they're going to change my swing entirely, so those clubs don't even matter.
Yeah.
And B, I have so much fun for free because I suck. Why would I go and spend thousands of dollars to have no more fun?
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not a competitive person when it comes to sports or like going. I'm competitive at life. Like I want to be more like successful than other people, or want to like make more money than other people, or like
cool.
or like at my job I want to be better than other people. But when it comes to sports, I'm like, I'm out here to have a good time, man. And every time we go golfing and I tell myself beforehand, I'm like, I'm just going to have a good time. I always play way fucking better too.
Oh yeah.
Like that was like the day that Matt and I were a duo when we were playing. We play these best ball scrambles with like the 4 of our friends, and like the day that we had that best ball scramble and I played phenomenally, I was like, wow. Like I came out here and did not have any intention of playing well. But what I was saying, what I wanted to say about like buying shit off of like buying secondhand shit. Facebook Marketplace purchases are weird, right?
Super weird.
So weird.
I've sold a lot of. I've sold more stuff than I have bought stuff.
Really?
On Facebook Marketplace.
I saw a Facebook Marketplace purchase interaction going on down the street when I was coming up to your house.
Really?
At least that's what I think it was. They had a, unless they just had their fucking lazy boy sitting out on the curb for no reason.
Nope. Sounds like Facebook Marketplace.
But,
yeah, man. I've sold. Let's see. The last thing I sold was I think it was a car. I sold a Mini Cooper.
You sold the Mini on Facebook.
I sold the Mini on Facebook.
Oh.
Which
you remember we caught Aaron that thing?
I do remember.
In Tony's neighborhood.
Tony,
I'm so sorry for when my parents actually listen to this.
Yeah.
Then they know the hood rat shit we were doing.
Yeah, the good thing is my parents will never watch this, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, the Mini, yeah, man, we used to drive like absolute hoodlums in that thing.
Jeremy had this like 6-speed Mini Cooper that was like a piece of shit. It was his dad's, and then got like a train ran on it by everybody learning how to drive stick in his family. And then there was a night, our friend growing up, Tony, he lived in like a neighborhood that had those big fucking speed bumps all over the place. But it had there was this one speed bump that went down instead of up. And Jeremy hit that shit. He had to be going at least 60 in a neighborhood, and we caught air. And there were 4 of us in the car.
I think it was Tony and someone else.
Robert Kirkula was in the back with me.
And you were in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you both hit the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh
yeah,
my
that car
God.
that car was a disaster. The glove box didn't close. The trunk didn't open.
It was duct tape shut.
It was duct tape shut. The trunk wouldn't open when I sold it. The battery only started with a jump, and some dude bought it on Facebook Marketplace for like over $2,000, which is crazy. Yeah, you're right. Facebook Marketplace, insane. Yeah, I've sold a phone on there.
Crazy, dude.
Man, I've sold all sorts of garbage.
I remember when I got my golf clubs, I was like just getting into like going and playing with like my friends, and I had been using like my dad's clubs, and he was like. My dad does this thing. Bless his heart. I love him to death for it because he's the reason that I have my truck now. But like, he does this thing where if he knows you're interested in something as one of his sons, he'll be looking it up in his spare time, and he'll be sitting there with his reading glasses on, looking through shit. I'll be like, hey, check out these golf clubs that I found on Facebook Marketplace. You want some golf clubs? I was like, well, fuck. I mean, it's a set of Cobra clubs. Like, those look pretty nice. Yeah, well, let's go check them out. And we went at Lake of the Woods in Locust Grove, where near where we grew up. We went there, and it was some really old Asian guy, like super nice, just gets out of the car and hands me the bag, and he's like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "I'll take them."
They look like golf clubs.
And they were like, I bought all of them for like $50.
Nice, man. That's the way to do it.
You can find some deals on Facebook Marketplace. It's also hilarious that like Matt tried to sell a bunch of shit from his apartment on Facebook Marketplace. He got scared.
This couch. He tried to sell this couch, which is like it's an Ethan Allen. It was like a $3,000 couch at retail.
Also, you guys dropped that name brand for this couch, and I don't know who the fuck Ethan Allen is.
I am literally regurgitating it. I have no clue what it means. This is what he said.
Okay.
He said it's like a $3,000 couch. He couldn't sell it on Facebook Marketplace. The only people that reached out to him, yeah, you're right, were like scammers.
Yeah.
So those people who send the like Cash App, but you have to like create a business account, and then they steal all of your information.
You don't have Instagram, so you don't know what this is like. But you ever get hit up by like sugar mamas on Twitter when you had Twitter?
I get a lot of weird spam Snapchat people.
Really?
Yeah, which is maybe pointing me as an immature toddler who still uses Snapchat, but
No, I use Snapchat.
That's good. I mean, all of our friends still do.
Yeah, we Snapchat each other. Also, who the fuck cares? What do you mean immature toddler? Who the fuck cares? Live your life.
Fair enough.
Fuck them.
Preach, preacher.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get a lot of like bot spam bullshit.
I'll get bot sugar mamas on Instagram.
On
Hit
Instagram,
me up.
that's interesting.
And sometimes I really wish that they were real. I would love to have a sugar mama. You know how cool that would be?
Do they ever... So I guess if they're like fake, then they wouldn't. But I feel like a lot of times when I hear about people who have real like sugar mamas, it's like they just want to spend time with you. They just want to spend time with people. And they're like willing to pay like
that's true.
dinner. That's what I have seen on the internet. But
I don't know if that's true because
any of that could be bullshit.
I know a guy.
Oh?
Exclusively hooks up with like older women, right?
Oh.
You know this guy.
I know him.
I just don't want to dox him on the podcast.
Right, that'd be brutal.
But he exclusively hooks up with older women, and I don't think they just want to spend time with him.
That's fair enough. I wouldn't want to just spend time with him either.
Can you blame him?
Sorry.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Pause. Anyway, it is time for us to backtrack.
Oh man, how did we ended on sugar mamas?
We ended on sugar mamas. We were talking about Facebook Marketplace.
Oh yeah.
And buying shit off of there.
Golf, which came from the Tito's golf bag.
Which came from us talking about Matt.
Right.
I hate that we talked about him.
And
so
he's going to be on next week. You guys are going to think this is a podcast about Matt.
We're in love with him.
Where did Matt come from? Why did we start talking about Matt?
I don't know, dude. I said random. It was out of nowhere because I said I wish. I said I wish Matt was here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because he was supposed to be our guest this week. But what was before that?
What was before that? I don't remember. I'm trying to... Now I'm thinking of like where we started. We started at...
She's a 10, but... And then we were talking about... Fuck.
We were talking about how your quirks don't like really make a difference.
Yeah, they don't really make a difference, but actually being like an ugly person on the inside does.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I'm so ugly.
That's not why.
That hurt.
That hurt. I don't know how we got from there.
I don't know how we got from
there
that
to Matt.
Here.
Yeah, I have no clue. We
did
spend a long time on
I'm sure you guys know how we made that jump, and I'm sure Jeremy will...
Maybe I'll run it as like a...
He'll edit over this.
A Star Wars style
scroll. That'd be hilarious if you did it like a Star Wars style scroll, but like 3 times as fast as Star Wars does it. So it's just like... like when there's a medicine commercial and it'll be like side effects may include but are not limited to like it just needs to be like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, because that's how my brain runs. All right, alibi fires. You went first last week.
Oh yeah, because we Rochambeau'd and I won.
Do you want to Rochambeau every week or do you want to just take turns?
Don't know. We can just alternate. You can go first today. On days where I'm feeling feisty, we can rock paper scissors.
Okay, cool. All right, here we go. So, this idea came from the fact that I got a new truck recently, for the listeners who don't know.
Sweet truck.
And when I was getting it, my credit is non-existent because I've never owned a credit card, right?
Yeah.
So I'm at
I
was at the dealership and trying to get like a good rate on my loan and everything, and I'm like, I don't know how finances work. So my dad's there with me, and I've always been the independent sibling, right? So I'm like wanting to do it on my own, but my dad ended up co-signing with me because can't get a good rate if you don't have a credit score. But anyway. Where did the barter system go?
Where did the barter system go?
Like, why money? The whole reason I thought of this was because I was talking to my dad about this yesterday, and like talking about making the first payment on the thing and everything like that. I was like, it pisses me off because I'm like, money only exists because I don't know shit from fuck. Okay, I don't know a whole lot about money, but I do know that money only exists because we say this piece of paper has value to me.
Yeah.
So, why the fuck does money exist, right?
Fair enough.
And why do we care about money when we could just barter everything?
Mm-hmm. I think about that a lot.
Like, if I went up to Pennsylvania and I wanted some Amish man's horse and I traded him like 19 butter churners for it, that'd be fucking sick.
I'm glad that you went there. I went back to like the French colonists like working with Native Americans to trade them for like beaver skins.
You can have these first, as long as you don't kill us.
Oh man,
it's just hilarious. It's hilarious to think about barter system in a modern environment.
Yeah,
like,
because like, what would you do?
Like, how would you buy a house? What are you gonna trade for a house? Your wife?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can have my wife if I can have this house.
Like, well, I've got a 6-year-old TV. This laptop is from 2015. So, and if I give you those and my car,
yeah,
and my dog, would that work for most of a house?
Dude, I fucking hate that I'm about to talk about Matt again, but we hang out with him so goddamn much. When we helped him move, and he was like standing in his living room of his new apartment, and he looked around at everything, and he was like, well, 24 years life, here it is. This is all my stuff. I was like, this is literally true. Like, this is true. And what are you gonna do? Trade it all for something? Like,
yeah. Fair enough.
Oh god.
Yeah,
anyway,
so
barter system would be fucking awesome.
Would be sick.
Like, if I went to Wawa earlier and got that sub, and I just traded like, I don't know, a couple of seashells for it or something like that.
Well, then you have to think about like these corporate like CEO head honchos, like the Elon Musks, the Jeff Bezos of the world, who are like hoarding all this wealth.
Yeah,
which is a whole nother thing. I don't know if we want to get into like.
Are we gonna get radical over here?
Yeah. You guys want me to tap into anti-capitalism?
We're gonna get radical.
But then, like, imagine in like a barter system, they're just like hoarding like tons
stuff.
of like
it's just stuff.
They've got like couches and like coat hangers and all this sorts
so
of
funny,
garbage.
dude. It's like. It's literally garbage.
What happened to the barter system? Great question.
It's literally, but the thing is, I can't like take complete credit for that because they talk about this in a Seinfeld episode, and I thought about that on the way here. So that probably subconsciously made me think about it. But it's like
I can't take credit for most things that I say.
But it's like, dude, what would you barter for? It's hilarious to think about in a modern environment, but it's like, what would you barter for like your cell phone?
Fair enough.
Like, cut my thumb off? Like,
right, yeah, because you have to like find some way to determine the value of what you're trading, like in comparison or in relation to the thing that you want for it.
Yeah.
Which all like in our heads goes down to, oh well, my phone costs $1,000, so I'd trade it for a thing that costs $1,000.
Yes.
But if it's in the barter system, then there is no like numerical value assigned to it outside of like, I'd take like 8 chickens for it. Yeah.
Can you imagine buying a new phone for 8 chickens?
Like walking to the Apple store with like...
They lay eggs every day. That's the gift that keeps on giving, Clark.
What's your phone going to do? Run up your electricity bill, which wouldn't exist.
And your phone bill? How are you going to pay your phone bill? What are you going to barter for your phone bill?
The eggs that you've been storing.
Oh man, that's funny.
That's
also,
insane.
I'll let you do your alibi fire right after this, but I gotta tell a funny story from work today. So I started a job about a month ago as a recruiter, so I call people all day long, and called a guy today. I'm still on my parents' phone bill. Just gonna preface this story by saying that. And I called a guy today, and he's like a highly qualified candidate for the position I was talking to him about. So he's like been in the field for years and is like well versed at what he does. But he says to me, he goes, "Who's Sharon Baines?" And I go, "That is my mother." And he goes, "Oh, because when you called me, it popped up as Sharon Baines." I was like, "I'm still on my parents' phone bill, sir. Yes, that is my mother's name." And he was like,
awesome.
"Oh, okay. Well, now that you explain what you're calling for, it makes a whole lot of sense." But it was fucking embarrassing.
No, there's nothing embarrassing.
It was so weird.
Don't be embarrassed. That's sick, man. Man, I have been off my parents' phone bill for a long time.
You have your mother-in-law on your phone bill.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Caitlin and I we were like...
What are you going to barter for your phone bill?
We were like, we need to get our own phone bill, but it'd be a lot cheaper if we had 2 other people on it. And we were like, oh, well, Caitlin's mom and her brother could both join it. So Caitlin's mom and Caitlin's brother are both on our phone bill.
That's a smart thing to do, to be honest. Mm-hmm. All right, that's enough of my bullshit. It's your turn to talk.
My alibi fire is the eternal burning debate of boneless versus traditional chicken wings.
Boneless wings all day long.
And I knew you were going to say boneless because last weekend we went to Wood and Iron, which is a great little spot, like a little local chain in Richmond. And they've got awesome wings, and Jack ordered boneless wings like a toddler. And I ordered traditional wings like someone who enjoys wings with more flavor.
No, you're right. They do have more flavor, but think about it this way. They have more chicken flavor, right? I'll make this argument, okay? Bone-in wings have more of that good, like, chicken flavor, right? But why do you get so much sauce on wings if you're not eating them for the sauce?
Fair enough.
Yeah. Also, easier to eat.
Boneless wings are definitely easier to eat.
Easier for me to eat, dude.
And you don't get as messy.
That's literally the main reason, because I like bone-in wings too. Like, it's not like I don't like them. It's just they're easier for me to eat, and when I'm out in like a public setting, I feel like a Neanderthal. Like, I don't order ribs at a restaurant either, because it's like if I'm eating ribs at a restaurant, I'm getting shit. I'm a messy eater, dude. I look like I look like an idiot normally. I don't need to look like an idiot covered in sauce.
Yeah.
That's my only argument behind it. Like,
as we alluded to earlier in today's episode, I come from a large family. I have 5 siblings, 4 brothers, and I'm smack dab in the middle of all of it. Yeah. And so we would like literally race each other to eat to see who could get more food like afterwards. Because like if you finish your first helping, you could get more seconds.
Yep.
Therefore, deprived.
It's time to be real, by the way.
Oh my gosh, it's the time to be real. I hate that we're missing
That's hilarious. We're slaves to be real.
Yeah, our be reals are both going to be like this setup right after this.
Be a behind the scenes photo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll put that in at the end. Yeah. We'll or maybe I'll put it over right now.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that all being said, I am like I eat sort of like a snake. I'll unhinge my jaw and just inhale food.
Like that girl that was eating the nachos at Wood and Iron?
Or when we were at Wood and Iron, I was literally like, I'd take the wing and do like the push it down into like the lollipop thing and then dunk it in the ranch. Yeah, I'd like dunk
I watched you do that and it's so
like,
gross.
And it's like, dude, what am I doing? Why am I racing?
Why am I doing this? You look like a king from in Lord of the Rings or like Game of Thrones, where you're just like munching on a turkey leg and just covered in slob. Like
I'm a medieval feudal lord when I eat, for sure. And I'm doing this at Wood and Iron. Like, who am I racing to try and eat? But
actually, you guys were on the clock.
Oh, that's true. We were on the clock. We actually were.
The most insane part of him talking about this, they went to Carrabba's after eating like 18 wings at Wood and Iron ate an entire meal at Carrabba's. An entire Italian meal. Pasta.
I got carbonara. And I was like, hey, can you add chicken to that?
I would shit for a week.
They added protein on top of my carbonara.
I wouldn't be able to shit for a week.
So stupid, man. Oh, yeah, I was so full. But yeah, that being said, I used to adhere strongly to boneless wings.
Yeah.
But something about like the fried part of it, like I hate that they have to be fried.
Oh, see, I love the crunchy breading of fried chicken. Oh, I love it so much.
And like it can taste
the
good
best.
For sure.
The best too is Chick-fil-A, like the crunchiness on Chick-fil-A chicken.
Chick-fil-A is
like the crunchy bit. Oh, fuck, it's so good.
Chick-fil-A is different. And I'm like exclusively talking about like boneless wings from like wing spots.
When the skin is crispy on like bone-in wings though, it's almost as satisfying.
Yeah, like Wood and Iron has smoked wings, so they like smoke their wings and then toss them in the sauce, and that's like so class because the skin has like a nice bite to it. It's like,
telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
You're such a loser. I love that. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's so funny.
yeah, I see the ease of access of boneless wings.
What's the whole deal with ranch or blue cheese for wings too?
A great question.
Never understood that.
I don't really understand. I think ranch is like an American thing that people love just adding to stuff. And I don't think if you go anywhere else, you'll even be offered ranch.
What's the actual name for blue cheese? It's got an actual name. Blue cheese is an actual name. Jeremy will pop it up on the screen right now.
I'm going to look it up for myself right now.
Yeah.
But
it's not Fermunda. Because Fermunda cheese is Fermunda these nuts. That's a these nuts joke. Blue cheese has like an actual name though. And I know it exists. I know I'm not making this up.
Yeah, they'll know, but I don't. So
all right, we're gonna end on that note.
Blue cheese.
This is our second installment of Stream of Unconsciousness. Thank you all for joining us. Jeremy, do you have any notes before I sign us off?
No, thanks for watching. Oh, we need to pull next week's topic. Do you want to pull it and hand it to me blindly? Or you want me to grab it?
That'll be kind of funny to watch. Right?
Yeah, it will be kind of funny to watch. Let's hope the video lasts. Oh yeah, apologies for our technical issues. Each week you'll see our setup will improve and the technical prowess of the editor will improve. All right, next week's episode this is upside down. Thank you, Jack. This is an interesting one.
You can't say it.
You probably can't read that, but I'll put it up on the screen.
Is it your handwriting?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. It's your handwriting.
Can't
read it.
I'll put it up on the screen in a consumable, more readable format.
All right. Well,
should be a good one.
It's been fun. Thank you guys for watching. Especially if you watched the first episode, you guys are awesome.
You're the best.
Love all of you. Probably know most of you. If we don't know you, then thanks for joining us on this wild ride.
And be sure to like and subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss next week's episode.
Actually, yeah, do subscribe, please. Give us some clout. That would feel really good.
That would feel definitely really good. I'm an analytics freak, so I'll be all over it.
All right.
Cool. Well, thank you, everybody.
You stay classy, San Diego.